How did they know I wish a flat belly?
I'm allowed to go crazy for one more night, and then I'm gonna be a normal girl. I'm gonna be a good girl that does good things and acts normal and doesn't cry on camera and doesn't freaking do crazy girl things. I want to be a normal, cool girl. So I'm just crying to you one last time, and then I'm gonna be sober, and I'm not gonna smoke weed or do other drugs, and I'm not gonna drink, and I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna have caffeine or gluten or dairy or sugar or anything. I'm gonna live a holy, pure life, and I'm not gonna think about men, and I'm not gonna reach out to any of them or think about them at all. And I'm gonna just do my thing, and I'm gonna read books, and when I watch YouTube, it's gonna be Crash Course and not tarot readings. No, because here's the thing about me. I'm gonna go full crazy mode tonight, though, is what I'm saying. So I'm not just saying, oh, good for me, I'm gonna get better tomorrow. What I'm also saying is, strap in for the ride, because I'm about to go full psycho. So I feel like the ghost of Kenny Rogers has been haunting me. First off, that's a good place to start. His song kept coming on, like I would think of it first, and then it would come on as the next song. It was so weird. It's like I sensed that it was going to come on, and then it would. And not even like when I was playing playlists or in public, like, these pans are making a bad sound. Do I have to save my going crazy for when I get home? Why is this road so bumpy? Oh, okay, now the road's being good. Maybe it will be good. Anyway, so before that and during that and after that, I was manifesting to see Jimmy Buffett. I wanted to see Jimmy Buffett so badly. And I'll tell you this later. I never ended up finishing this thought. This is me editing this video now, and it never got finished. What I was going to say is I was manifesting, like writing down in my journal and everything. Like I wanted to meet Jimmy Buffett so bad. And now that he's dead, I'm very worried that his ghost will join Kenny Rogers in haunting me. Fun fact, this part of the drive is my therapist's favorite part of the drive with these mountains the way they are right here. Never done the drive with him, but I know that because he told me so. Thanks, Cody. Now I always think of you when I do this, and you would not be proud of the way I've been acting lately. So basically, this is how I feel lately, is I feel like I can either go full throttle into poet mode and be fucking crazy psycho for real and just lean into it, or I can like just get my shit together and try to be a normal human being. And I'm leaning towards being a normal human being, but I just feel like I would write really good music if I went full unhinged. So I don't really know what to do, but also lately I'm so unhinged that I don't make time to actually sit down and write or practice or do anything with the music. So also, like, maybe there's a balance in between, but that's where I'm at lately, is balancing in between, and it's terrible. I just feel like there's two pieces of me, and one is like, I hope he dies, I hope he dies, I hope he dies in a house fire, burning to death, and then it's still so much worse, the flames of hell, but he'll probably get along with the devil because he's the devil himself. That kind of stuff, sometimes I think that kind of stuff, but immediately I'm like, no, that's not right. Like, we don't get to decide who goes to hell, and we don't get to decide who deserves to die. Like, no, that's naughty thoughts. Don't think those thoughts. But then I just feel like I'm always at war with that kind of stuff, and I wouldn't even say it's an intrusive thought and not my fault, because I do think part of me actually believes that for half a second until it's like, that's not how my heart or my brain or my soul feels, and it's not aligned with me in any way, actually, like my philosophy or anything like that. But there is a part of me that's just so emotional and can't think logically that's like what that part of me has to say, even though that's not actually what I believe, and that's been really hard. And it also goes that way with like just being alone in general lately, and just so bipolar, like my disorder. And it just, like, I don't feel like being in the middle though. Like, I really don't, because the middle is boring. Like, the middle is like nothing, and I'd rather feel really, really good and then really, really bad and then really, really good and then really, really bad again, and just ricochet between the freaking comedy and tragedy. But I can't do that and like function in society. But also, I haven't been functioning in society for the past ever, maybe, question mark. So maybe functioning in society is overrated. I'm thinking about, okay, I have like a couple different life paths right now. Cross your fingers over the railroad tracks. I wish to figure my shit out. Anyway, no, it won't happen because I told you. Just kidding. We can make it happen. Here is what I could do with my life. I could start saving up money to build my own cabin, because I have property right next to the cabin. I mean, it was my dad's, but he's, so, you know, thanks for that. And so I could build on there, and then I could have my own place, and then like my family wouldn't control me as much with the cabin, and I could have it whenever I wanted, decorate it however I want, clean it whenever I want, have people in it when I want and when I don't, not when I don't want. That's a good life plan. That's what me and Ethan were gonna do though, and that's what makes it, ooh, roadkill. That's what makes it, watch me close my eyes. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Anyways, that was my plan when I was with Ethan. I was like, let's get married, build on there, and maybe move away for raising our kids. But then once our kids are grown up, move back there again. Because I don't really, maybe I would have homeschooled them. I don't know. I was back and forth on the whole thing. But like, just because Ethan's gone now doesn't mean I can't still do that. Like, I mean, all the money that was getting saved up for it was mine in the first place anyways. Like, I doubt he would have ever done anything or helped with anything in the first place, so I might as well just do it alone, because I would have been doing it alone anyway. So that's one life plan. My other plan is I could go on a road trip through Central into South America, ship my car over the Panama Canal, live in my car. That sounds pretty stressful but pretty epic, and then I would name my car Mrs. Worldwide. That's my other life plan. Third life plan is to die. That one's been really creeping up lately. I mostly have been thinking also about doing that in my car. I've been wanting to crash my car really bad into things, and that's kind of like my dad of me, which is really annoying because no one wants to be like their parents. They're like, oh my god, I'm becoming my dad. And it's like, I don't want to do that, and so that's been a struggle. And I'm really scared that if I crash my car, then Steven's gonna have to pay for it because he's as the other owner, and I feel like they would really screw him with that. So I literally had to message Steven. My mom made me message Steven. She's been trying to make me for years, and I finally did it because I am really afraid of myself lately. And please don't call the cops on me or do a wellness check on me, because that would just make me want to do it more, and that's not a threat, that's a promise. You call the cops and do a wellness check on me, or you send me some like hotline, or you do some of that shit to me, I am doing it for real and not telling anyone this time, because then I'm not going to feel safe to tell anybody or to talk about it. But like, me being able to talk it out helps me not do it. If I had nowhere to talk about it, then I'd probably really do it. So don't take that away from me, and don't tell me to go talk to your friends. Nobody wants to hear when you're feeling bad. Literally nobody. Freaking hell. So don't tell me any of that. You're just trying to get me to lose my friends. See, why do you want me to lose everything? You don't care about me, so don't call. Anyway, I'm fine. But it's just like, if that did happen, which it's not, because I'm getting my shit together tomorrow and everything's gonna be fine, so there's no need to worry, no need to fret. But I just think it would be good to have that done too, because then when I pay my car off, he'll have an asset. And also, just if I got in an accident and I died, I wouldn't want him to have to be responsible on accident either. I wouldn't want him to have to be responsible. That would be a shit deal for him. Even though I don't like him, that doesn't mean like I want bad things to happen to him and for him to owe money to a bank. I don't want anyone to pay banks any money. So back to the topic at hand though. Another way I've been ricocheting is like between that idea of like, I'm so fine alone, I'm doing so well, and like I would rather be in an abusive relationship right now than be alone. Like, those are my two moods. Those are crazy moods. Like I literally go from I will never ever speak to another man again, and I am going to live as a spinster in the woods for the rest of my life, to I am going to like I don't know, like literally one thought I have had that's so bad lately, but we're being so crazy today, so I can tell you whatever I want today. That's like the rules. Freaking, I have thought about how there have been days, and this is very rare days, maybe one or two, where I'm like, I would rather be with Steven right now than be by myself, because at least I'd have fucking somebody to talk to, or at least fucking like somebody that kind of gets it, because like me and Steven were perfect together, but we kind of got it, like, you know, I don't know, so it's hard out here for a bitch who, like, you know, that's how lonely I've been getting. Like, people ask me, like, do you ever get lonely at the cabin? And it's like, of course. Like, what do you mean? I get lonely when I'm in town. I get lonely when I'm in my car. I get lonely. Okay, the other thing is that's been pissing me off is people acting like, including myself acting this way, and others acting like the cure for me, like right now, is to just simply stop wanting a man. You don't understand that I've been a lover girl since I've been born. I was born a lover girl, and I'm gonna die a lover girl. Okay, I am so mad at and scared of men that I want to try so badly, and I do try so badly to not need them or want them or desire them in any way in my life, or let them shape the way I think about myself or anything like that. Like, that is such a focus of my life and like my self-development, and I still can't undo it. Like, you have to understand that where I started from too. When I was 3 years old, I had an imaginary boyfriend. Not an imaginary friend, imaginary boyfriend. It was Shaggy from Scooby-Doo also. And I got someone gave me a Shaggy Barbie doll, and I would make him take care of my babies and like play house with my Shaggy Barbie doll. Like, playing house, like I always wanted to be a mom. Like, I fucking raised my sister, and I've always felt like a mom in that way, and I've just always been a mom ever since then, and I just want to be a mom. And like, the way to get that is either science if I get with a woman, adoption if I get with a woman, or be with a man. And be with a man is just so, I feel like that's what I want. Even though I love ladies, I do, and I would, like, if I fell in love with a woman, I would drop everything. But the thing is, I would have to drop everything if I fall in love with a woman. Like, I lose my entire fan base that's used to watching straight porn. Of course I would give it up. Of course I would give up money for love. Of course, no questions asked. Like, I can say with full certainty, because I've done it before, I would rather be living homeless on the beach than be alone. Like, like with somebody I love than be alone. Like, that's the truth. Anyway, though, I would have to get a whole new fan base, which would be fine, or quit my job or whatever, which would be fine. I'd have to leave my family, because I would not want my girlfriend or wife or whatever they end up being subjected to my family's homophobia. So I'm losing my job, I'm losing my family. Like, my friends are cool. Like, obviously I'm not friends with homophobes, so I'd still keep my friends and all, like, but that'd just be like so much. I'd lose my house because I live on, that's scaring me. The two places I live are on my family's property. So, see the feather in my hair? Did you see that? Did you see this one? Woohoo! These ones. Anyways, I'd have to find a new place to live. We'd have to move in together, but just, that's fine for lesbians. Just be you all lesbians. No one would bat an eye at that. Be more normal, probably. So, I don't know. I don't know, Joe. So, what, and I've just been raised straight. I've just been raised in such a hetero and homophobic family that I don't think about ending up with a girl. Like, I dated girls and I like girls, and like, I just like don't see myself raising a family with a woman. And like, that could be like the way I was brought up, or it could be my intuition, or it could be the fact that it's just easier and I'm like trying to take the easy way out. It's probably all three. I don't know. Maybe I will end up with a woman though. Like, I'm not not closing myself off to it. Like, if I downloaded a dating app, I would keep it open to the ladies. And, like, when women flirt with me, I don't, like, reject them because they're a woman. I reject them because of the kind of woman they are. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it's... These things are hitting against, hopefully, the inside of my car, but it makes me feel like my car is breaking down. So I'm going to go blast music for a little bit. What is this, though? What is this where I'm supposed to act normal and I'm supposed to act like I'm not a psycho when I was born a psycho, and then the world made me more fucking psycho and continues to do so on a daily basis, and I'm just supposed to stuff it down and, like, find my vice? It's like, okay, drink to forget, or smoke, or just do something that will help you not freaking kill yourself or kill anyone else. It's like, what if I actually want to feel bad? What if I feel like the more I open myself up to feeling bad, then the more I feel like I open myself up to... I feel like the more I open myself up to feeling sad, then the more I open myself up to being happy. And if I try to close off myself from feeling sad, then the universe doesn't allow me to feel happy either. It goes, you know what, or my body, or whatever, my brain, something, when I close off the sadness tubes, which I can do, and I have done in the past, I just get numb. I don't feel happy either. It's either feel it all or feel nothing, or feel in between. And I want to feel it all. I want to feel it all. I want to freaking take a potato peeler to my skin and peel my skin off so I can feel the sunshine that much deeper and the rain on my skin that much harder. I want it to fucking burn. And I'm not allowed to do that because it makes everyone else uncomfortable. That's bullshit. Another reason you don't have to worry about me about the wanting to die thing is it's just another ricochet. Like, it's definitely like the pendulum swings that way and then it swings back, where I'm like, oh my god, there's not enough time in the day and I just love everything and I'm so happy to be alive and I never want to die because I never want to not feel again, and I never want to not freaking smell sagebrush again, and I never want to die. I have too many books to read. So it's both. I mean, it's both. And what used to always fucking drive me crazy about Steven is he would always say, just be in between. The pendulum swings both ways, just keep the pendulum in the middle. How fucking boring is... The pendulum was made to swing. What's the fucking point of having a pendulum that just sits there? I don't fucking get it. I really fucking don't. What's the point of being alive if you're just trying to feel dead? Or like medium, mid. Like, what is the point of living a midlife? I really don't understand. And I feel like because I open myself up to feelings and emotions, I open myself up to lessons, and I open myself up to people and to compassion and to empathy and to all these things that make living a life so much better. And maybe the sadness does make it worse. Like, okay, like maybe like Sylvia Plath would have had a better, happier life if she wasn't like mentally ill or like had PMDD or whatever. Like, that's what I think she had. I like diagnosing dead people personally. That's an illness I have. Oh, this is gorgeous right now. Wish you could see, but you won't even be able to tell on my bug windows. Anyway, Sylvia Plath like probably wouldn't have killed herself if she wasn't like mentally ill or married to Ted Hughes. But also she would not have been Sylvia Plath, and like we would not have her writing. And like, yes, she was racist, and I'm not trying to like compare myself to a racist. I don't agree with her in that way, but I do agree that like you should like feel things hard. And like Kafka, like same, like My Little Emo King, like he's like talks about like throwing yourself completely into like your passions, like emotionally and with time wise and everything. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't, if you want to turn off your emotions and if you want to be apathetic, do that. But like, I was feeling so apathetic and nihilistic for a minute that it was really scaring me, and then I like started like overcompensating by being like a psycho bitch, and I just feel so fucking bipolar right now, and I just don't know. So if I try to smoke that blunt tonight, I won't have any to smoke, and I won't be able to do anything about it. So I say, let's smoke a blunt tonight, quit weed, but we're not going to quit emotions. We're not going to quit being a lover girl. We're not going to quit embarrassing ourselves in front of the world, because who the fuck are we trying to impress, really? Like, I can't, if I think of one person and I can't think of anyone who I would be embarrassed in front of. I honestly can't. So, and I've never given a shit really about being cringe. Every time I've given a shit about being cringe, all it did was ruin my art and my mood. So I really don't care about that. But we're still gonna be that girl, okay? That girl can still be emo and still be a lover girl, but she can still get up and work out and get her work done, film her Adam and Eve video, and say, this video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. Use code LOSER for 50% off your purchase, because that's due in a couple weeks. That's due by the end of the month. So she can do that, and she can get her work done, and like, she can hold off and stifle her emotions to the point where she has to be able to get those things done. But she can freaking do her dead bugs while crying. She has many a time. So I don't really see a reason for her to turn off her emotions, but I do see a reason for her to still get her shit together and to quit weed and to keep working out and keep getting work done. Read. Well, I freaking burnt my bangs. They're singed to hell. Right after, oh, I didn't even know this was poking out. Right after I just got my freaking hair done. It's so upsetting. And I still have to film that Adam and Eve video. And I look like a crazy. I will kill you with my bare hands. Looks like it flinched. I will kill you with a knife and a gun. Yeah. I thought I could have swore I put the sheets on. I left them in the dryer. I hate myself. Well, friends, I woke up sick again, so I guess I will not be getting my life together. I just barely was able to take off the eye mask for the first time in like 48 hours. So God doesn't want me to win, it turns out. Turns out even when I plan to be a good girl, the universe smites me. Being sick is such a scam because it's like I'm too sick to eat, and then not eating makes me sick. Like, I know that I would probably feel a lot better if it hadn't been 3 days since I last ate, but I just tried to, and I made me feel 20 times worse. Scam. Mom, I froed up. I ate 2 veggie straws. Real ones, too. Not even the fake ones. Look, it's the actual pee. And it made me throw up. I'm just telling you guys this so I can use my hair. It's such a waste of getting my fucking hair done. I can't even... Oh, it's raining. I'm gonna go back to bed. I throwed up again. I'm so tired of living in this world. I never want to come back, and I didn't want to be here in the first place, and they tricked me to come in here. They tricked me into coming here, and I don't want to be here again. And my psychic says all I have to do is tell myself, don't come back. And I won't come back, or at least I'll have the option to listen to myself. But I feel like they're just going to trick me again, and I'm going to end up back here again, and I don't want to be here. The bad feels so much worse than the good feels good. Like, the best good I've ever felt is like a 5 out of 10. And like the worst bad I've ever felt is like a 12 out of 10. I just want to run my car into a fucking tree, but Steven isn't answering me, and I need him to meet up so he can sign over the car into just my name, because throughout all these years, the car's been in both of our names, even though I've been the one paying for it and everything, so it's really mine. But legally, if I crash, he's going to be financially liable, and I may want to kill myself, but I don't want bad things to happen to him, even though I don't like him. I just wish he would answer my text so I could freaking drive my car into something and I could die. And then I'm gonna be just like my dad, though. That's not good. I just don't really see the point of being alive when nobody likes me. And what the fuck do I care if anybody likes me? But if nobody cares whether I live or die, and I want to die, then shouldn't I be able to do whatever I want? Usually I do whatever the fuck I want, and I don't give a shit how it affects anybody. Well, I do give a shit how it affects other people, but I don't really give a shit about their opinions of it, and whatnot. And it's not gonna affect anybody negatively because I don't give a shit. And so why should I care if they think it's like the wrong thing to do or something, or they're gonna pretend to care afterwards? Like, it's not actually gonna affect them. So like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, waiting to maybe have a kid? Like, at this point I don't think that's ever gonna happen, and that's the only really thing I want to do. So I don't want to be famous. I don't really care whether people see my art. I can't really think of any reason to be alive other than to be a mother, and I don't even think that's gonna happen for me. And they say the meaning of life is, well, some of them say that the meaning of life is to be the eyes and ears and of everything of the universe, and to experience what you as God made through a different lens. But I think I do really good at that. Like, I feel like I watch the sunsets and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And I feel like I look at the flowers and I'm like, wow, that's awesome. But just because I do good at that doesn't mean I want to be here. Like, I like the flowers and I like the mountains, but I don't like being alive. I don't. And so I don't get it. And my higher self tries to tell me, you are so bored. And you're going to be so bored again once you leave. But I'm so tired. Like, there needs to be break points. You need to live 20 years and then you need a break. You need to go back. And then you can come back and continue for another 20 years and live to 40 and then take a break. And then, or 25 and then 50 and then 75. And then at 75, you decide whether you want to die or go to 100 or something. There needs to be breaks. And I sometimes feel like the only time I get a break from living is when I'm sick, and it's miserable anyways, so I don't even enjoy my breaks. I don't know what to do. And I know I'm gonna be so bored when I leave, and I'm just gonna want to come back, but oh, it's just so bullshit. It's like, I know I'm gonna get bored, and I know I love feeling, because if I didn't love feelings, why wouldn't I take mood stabilizers, If I wanted to be numb, if I really did want to break from my emotions and myself, like, I know the solution. I know that's medication and living a normal life and watering myself down, deluding myself and stuffing my emotions down and freaking whatever. I know the solutions, and I choose not to do them because I like being crazy. At the end of the day, I prefer to be freaking ricocheting down the hallway whatever the fuck Sylvia Plath said. I prefer the ricochet, I really do. Even though sometimes for 5 minutes I convince myself I don't, and I convince myself I'd rather be dead. I don't know. I need to go to bed, but I slept through half the day because I couldn't stop throwing up. I'm all better. I talked to my friend. Sorry I put you guys through that. Nobody was picking up their goddamn phones. Not that I would have talked to any of them about that anyways, though. I'm trying to lose my friends. We ranted about Mormons.